The next round of Tobago's autonomy talks postponed, an island-wide spruce up is coming, and the Chief Secretary to meet with Minister of National Security.
InfoUpdate,
bringing you the latest news, views and reviews,
along with responses,
comments and events
affecting you.
Brought to you by the Information Division of the Tobago House of Assembly.
The Chief Secretary of London says he's concerned about the long delays between meetings scheduled to deal with Tobago's autonomy. The Prime Minister agreed to appoint a committee to speak to this island's political parties, known as the Forum. The Forum speaks with one voice on the issue of self-government for Tobago. The two teams met earlier this year and were scheduled to have another meeting on March 27th. But the Chief Secretary received a request from the central government's team asking that the meeting be pushed back to a later date.
Has been postponed on the request of the chairman, Lincoln Douglas, the chairman of the government team, who indicated that because of personal commitments, he could not make the meeting, and he has requested that it be postponed.
Mr. London says the Tobago team meets regularly because they believe the issue should be given priority.
We on the Tobago committee have been working. We had a retreat, an all-day session at the Tobago Hospitality Institute a week or so ago, and then we met again yesterday, and I think that we will have another meeting sometime next week so that we'll be fully prepared when we get to meet with the government team.
The next edition of Internal Self-Government Talks is expected to take place on April 15th at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Trinidad. We're switching gears to tell you that Tobago will get a spring cleaning. Umadara Mills has those details.
The Division of Health and Social Services spent the last few days conducting an island-wide cleanup. While the exercise is not like the annual white waste removal one, teams were dispatched to various districts to supplement regular domestic garbage removal and to tidy up the environment. The Chief Secretary explained.
This is not the kind of cleanup where we are asking people to put their stuff outside. I just want to caution about that. It's where the division is making an effort to ensure that they really spruce up the place.
But they are not done yet. He said a follow-up exercise will happen and that will be more intensive.
The Secretary has indicated that the procurement process for the award of contracts for the various garbage collectors, that process should finish soon, and therefore some of the irritants, and there are some irritants which people are experiencing in some of those communities, that those irritants would be eradicated.
The Division of Agriculture, Marine Affairs, Marketing and the Environment will also remove the mass of Sargasso seaweed that's accumulated on the shores on beaches on the eastern end of the island. I'm Umadara Mills for InfoUpdate.
The Minister of National Security, former Brigadier General Carl Alfonso, came to Tobago to witness a disaster preparedness exercise, and the Chief Secretary took the opportunity to arrange a meeting with him. Caroline Wallace reports.
The Tobago Emergency Management Agency, TEMA, held a hurricane preparedness exercise here on the island. The exercise was done in collaboration with the Defence Force, which had a large contingent of personnel and equipment here. The Chief Secretary explains.
It gave me some comfort that the Defence Force was preparing in normal times to operate in times of crisis. Because except you do that, times of crisis will always catch you unprepared and therefore you'll not be able to function at the optimum. And that was comforting.
The Chief Secretary says he also spoke to the Minister of National Security about another issue.
The Minister and I were able to confirm our meeting. We're meeting on the 10th, I think that's next Friday, at the Office of the Chief Secretary, when we'll be able to discuss a number of outstanding issues, not least among them, of course, the whole question of, some police-related issues, tourism-oriented policing, and of course, the construction of the various police stations and so on.
A letter has been sent to the Minister listing the issues Mr. London wishes to discuss at the meeting. I'm Caroline Wallace for InfoUpdate.
That's it from all of us at the Department of Information. I'm Lois Vincent and you've been listening to InfoUpdate.